I think we give ourselves away by the way we dress. I use a lot of color. This particular dominant red painting may not be everyone's favorite color, but on the other hand, I think a lot of people do enjoy seeing color. Just those little colorful brush strokes of pure color give it interest and life. I do a quick sketch in my sketchbook, and from that I transfer it to my watercolor paper. The challenge is not what I put in the painting, but what I leave out. Now it's high tide. I've actually painted this at low tide because I like the composition with all of these cross pieces underneath the dock that give me interest rather than sail and boat and people. I'm thinking in terms of shapes. Focus on what grabs your attention. Well, that should be your painting of the day. I would call this Northport Harbor on a beautiful day.
Pastels I've been doing on and off for about 10 years. I did start with oils, and once I got to pastels, and I never went back. I just loved the medium. The colors are right there, they're beautiful. You can put them right up on the paper, they're alive, and you don't have to clean up that much. Pastels are just as permanent, if not more permanent, than any other medium. As long as you paint on archival paper that won't yellow or expose it to a whole lot of sunlight, it'll last forever. Oh, it's great to come down here. I just had some students stop by. They get to see what it's like for professional artists to work, and it's wonderful out here. There's no other way to spend a day.
There's a Plein Air event that's in Setauket. I participated in it the second year. During that time I used to come to Northport and paint, and I thought it was a great idea to do in Northport. How come nobody had this idea to do it in Northport? Town with history, old buildings, trees, harbors, it's great material to paint. Artists are known to be reclusive in their studios doing a painting. Here's an opportunity for us to get out, interact with people, and for them to see the creative process. They usually only see the finished piece. They see the blank canvas, they see it as it progresses to a finished piece. It's great to be able to share this with people, but you're sharing your soul too, because you're also sharing your mistakes, the things you don't like about it. Hiding in the studio, you never get to share with people. So here we are being true. You're seeing our souls at their barest, and there's something freeing in that.
People say, oh, that must be so much fun, and I love it, but I would never use the word fun to describe it, because I mean, there's moments where it is really enjoyable, but it can be very painful almost, because physically it can be 90 degrees out, and there could be bugs landing on your face, there could be bugs crashing into your painting. So you're in this kind of constant conflict or constant, relationship with your environment. As a painter, it makes me feel most alive as a painter because you have to be so present and you have to be so connected to the moment that you're in. You start at one end of a painting and the light changes as you move across, so you actually have almost like a time lapse. The tide may rise and fall, the angle of the sun may change. That's the challenge. You have to kind of synthesize and process all that stuff, and then you have to put something down that becomes one moment.
Now, how long does it take you to finish a painting?
That was about I worked on it for probably 4 or 5 hours yesterday, an hour a day, so maybe 5 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours, something like that. It only take me 5 minutes to screw it up though.
I don't paint what everybody else wants me to paint, because then there's a million paintings out there that look the same. So I paint what I paint, and they're like, oh, that's different. I like that. I tend to make certain parts black and white and the rest in color to emphasize the color, because then if the whole thing's color, it's just regular, it's just ordinary. I was gonna give up on this picture, because I don't know why. I guess it wasn't coming out the way I wanted to, fast enough. But then you gotta take your time, you gotta slow down and see what's there and just fix it. So it's coming out okay?
Yeah.
All right. What excites me is if somebody likes it and buys it and they really enjoy it, they email me or they call me and say, you know what, this was really nice. This is different than other paintings.
People in general are attracted to the water, whether you're an artist or not. It's just an added bonus, I think, when you're an artist, because there are many things to paint on the water.